Hey guys, my name is Mr. Cabasa. I'm one of the art teachers at Alliance High School. Today we're going to make a chalk pastel drawing of the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights are a really cool aurora that happens towards the North Pole. Alright, let's get to it.
Okay, the supplies that you're going to need for this project are a black piece of paper, chalk pastels, a pencil, and either a tissue or a paper towel to blend with. This video is a little sped up, so you don't have to go as fast as I am. What I've done so far is I drew two triangle shapes with my pencil. Those are going to be my mountains. Notice how one is behind the other, and I also drew a line below them, which will be the ground. Now I'm picking bright colors and making swooping lines that all come from behind the mountains in the same spot. These are going to be the lines or streaks of the Northern Lights. You could really use any colors you have. Just make sure that they all come from one central location. So I've got quite a few colors on here now. Now I'm using my tissue to blend and make those softer and cover more of the black paper. Make sure that you find a clean spot on your tissue when you switch between the different colors. It's also a good idea to blend in the same direction that you drew the lines. Now I'm taking the same colors again and adding another layer, just to add a little bit more contrast and pop. Now I'm using white in order to make some of the colors a little bit lighter. You can see that I'm still blending slightly using my finger. That extra white piece of paper I have on the side, I'm using that to just clean my chalk pastels, which you can do by just drawing on the paper. So now I'm going to go over my mountains with white in order to make them look like snow-covered mountains. So I'm tracing over those triangle shapes, and I'm also drawing some lines coming down from the top point of the triangle. This is to make it look like the ridges of a mountain. And you want to leave some of the black paper show through. It just ends up looking like a little bit of shading. So you can use your finger to help you blend a little bit. You could use your tissue. Now I'm working on the mountain that I put in the background. Once again, covering it with white and drawing lines coming down from the top point. For the ground, you want to use horizontal lines or strokes and use the side of the pastel. It works a lot better than the point. Fill in the whole area with white, and then so that you cover the paper a little better, blend it out. And make sure that you blend it horizontally, which means sideways, so that it looks more like ground. You can go back and add another layer like I'm doing now to make it a little bit brighter. Now we'll add some pine trees. So pick a dark green color if you have one, and draw arrow shapes. You want the arrows to point up, and just keep putting arrows on top of one another. And we're going to do that all the way to the bottom of the page, so we get a nice pine tree shape. Adding another one on the right side. And one more to finish it off, still using those arrow shapes. Now take your white and draw some of those arrow shapes back in white. This is going to make your tree have some highlights, and it's going to make it pop out. It really makes it look more like a tree. Don't cover up the entire tree because you still want some of the green to show through. Here I'm just adding a little extra white. Now I'm taking some of the colors that I used to make my northern lights and putting them in the ground and on the mountains. This is to make it look like there's reflected light. It helps connect the sky to the ground and makes it look more realistic. When you do this, I recommend that you blend it slightly either with your tissue or your finger so that you can soften the look of the lighting. Now take a clean white, and we're going to make some snow by just pushing and making dots. You can make them different sizes and put them randomly throughout your picture. So this is the last step. I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see what your pictures look like, and I really hope you have a great summer.